This NFL Week 12 preview, including NFL news, fantasy football, and some best bets of old-fashioned football and sports gambling podcast network, is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and you get $100 in bonus funds when you use our sign-up code OFFSGPN.
Hey, what's up? This is Sam Macho, and you're listening to Old Fashioned Football.
What's up and welcome to Old Fashioned Football. If you're wondering, that is not AI music. That is Mr. Paul Stevie himself, a good friend of ours and my former lead guitarist. No big deal. Before I keep going and start just yapping away and getting us all derailed, I got to let you know who you're listening to. This is J Mark. You can find me on the X at J Mark Football, and us is at Old Fashioned Football. And if you're not on YouTube and you're listening to a podcast player, guess who's back? Oh, back again. That's right. It's my wife, my co-host on the pod ending live. You can find her in the exit, the Mark Murr. Welcome back.
I know it's been forever. I'm getting better.
You are getting better. Proof that she is alive.
I am alive.
Yes.
There were rumors.
Yeah, I did. She was not locked in my basement or nothing like that. So
that I'll admit. No.
You were not. No. So yeah, we're happy to have you back. I know you have been battling a fierce illness, it feels like.
Well, I mean, this is day 19, but yeah. I made it through most of the day with my voice.
Yeah. Now it sounds
there. It's a little weird right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been.
You know, they say whiskey cures all, so we'll see.
We'll see. I have not had whiskey in over 19 days.
Over 19 days. Absolutely. Shout out to the chat real quick where Nick Fortune saying, my wife dislikes the Aaron Rodgers picture. My wife, she says barf. I agree, right. But it's a big week for him if he plays because it's against his, former nemesis, the Bears, who he supposedly owns. Time to show that we own him. NASCAR Gambling Podcast. Make sure you check them out. I know NASCAR season isn't back for another, 97 days. Cody, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been trying to follow your shorts. I love those. Can we please bring back the Sir Throws a Lot award for the week?
I missed that too.
My guy Jacoby deserves some love. We talked about doing that, and then I guess it just didn't work in. We'll bring it back. But yeah, Jacoby Brissett. I almost said Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers did not have any passing stats. Jacoby Brissett went like 47 for 57, I believe it was. Unbelievable. And Nick Fortune saying it's got to come back too. And Murr, the chat is excited you're back. Murr, OMG Murr. Yay, Murr is back. So much better than last week's guest.
Oh my goodness.
Shout out to Cody who did fill in. Now, Cody and I did agree on something.
You guys did a good job. Cody, you did good. You did good filling in for me.
We did a good job, but we did agree that he was not going to be as good looking as my normal co-host. So it's just how it is. And then Fortune saying, oh, hey, Justin. Yeah, what's up? Let's be cereal. Always fresh, never soggy, formerly known as. Tight ends are back this week because Miranda's back.
I mean, I do have some fantasy tight end stuff I'm going to cover. So
there you go. Dylan the Great. Don't remember seeing your name in the chat before, so welcome to the show. Sipping on some Willet small batch tonight. You're a big fan of Willet. I don't dislike it. Don't get me wrong, but
it kind of sounds like you're saying you don't like it.
No, you're just the bigger fan. Just real quick.
I do keep it in my office.
Yeah, you keep the Willet in your office. And do you keep both the pot still bourbon and the rye, or just the rye now?
No, just the pot still.
Just the pot still. I was off.
I did have the rye in my office.
I mean,
the office collection on my shelf, my bookcase in my office is getting a little intense, and we need to just keep the bourbon and the whiskey together. So I just have a few select bottles.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a couple on my shelves too. I understand. We still got some bye weeks going on.
Yeah, we've got Broncos, Dolphins, Chargers, and the Commanders.
Yeah, I hate when you're getting towards that playoff push in the fantasy football playoffs, and then some of your studs are on a bye. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we're going to be talking kind of some NFL news, injury, suspension stuff, game previews, fantasy football, best bets. plus a whiskey review, which, speaking of, what are we drinking today?
We're drinking Amador Rye Whiskey finished in port barrels.
Yes, we
I
do.
have not tried the old-fashioned you made yet.
We do enjoy some whiskeys that are finished in port. So
Mhm.
be good to see. She's back. I had fun, Mur. Thanks for sharing your husband. And Serial saying, hopefully next week I will be chugging some Twisted Tea.
Oh my gosh,
because
everybody.
the Panthers are one win away.
Is that what you decided you would do? Twisted Tea?
Yeah. Remember, it was that's what we were reviewing on the NFC South preview.
Mhm.
So, but yes, I will
just
take
want
the
to say,
over the
being
absinthe.
sick and you chugging absinthe did not do well for me.
Or me.
And we are not doing that again. You are not doing that.
That absinthe kicked my ass. I don't know if it's because it was, I had drank some whiskey on the show, so now you're mixing two alcohols or what, or if it's just because it's 130 proof absinthe, but it did kick my ass.
Well, and
I went night.
You did. You went night. But it wasn't just like a shot of it. You did a bottle, an airplane bottle.
Yeah.
That's more than an ounce. It's more than a shot.
I think it's 1.5 shots if we're being technical. But anyways, we're going to get to the NFL news real quick. I got to let you know, though, that gear up for the holidays at the SGPN merch store. The perfect gift for the DGen in your life or for yourself. I mean, treat yourself. Promo code HOLIDAY for 25% off everything. Yes, everything. That means even the old-fashioned football swag. We got the blue shirt there. We've got a pink sweatshirt. We've got a maroon, aqua. I mean, we got just a whole bunch of stuff there that you can be dripping. Is that a term? Be drippy? I don't know. But you can drip with style with our stuff, or get some Christmas themed stuff, as you can see on your screen if you're on YouTube. All right, let's talk about some of these injuries, shall we?
Let's do it.
Woo, as I crack my glass against the mic.
Yeah, let's not do that. So, yeah, let's get into these injuries. We've got Michael Penix, who's out for the season. So Kirk Cousins is up. Drake London is out at least week 12.
Yeah.
We've got Josh Jacobs, who has a knee contusion, may miss. We're kind of waiting to see.
Yeah, not sure.
Aaron Rodgers did break a bone in his wrist.
Non-throwing hand.
No, yeah, in his left.
Yeah.
Left.
Yeah.
So is this, I guess, Mason Rudolph?
Maybe. Now, there's some controversy among Bears fans here of, let's take the Steelers with Mason Rudolph. No, I want to beat Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to beat.
Because he still says, I own the Bears.
Right. Yeah. It's time. We ended Favre's career. He was playing against the Bears as the Vikings. He got sacked and got injured, never played again. Let's end Aaron Rodgers' career.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. All right. We've also got CJ Stroud. He's out again for his concussion. That means Davis Mills is up again. Yeah. Jaylen Warren has a low ankle sprain, so he's questionable.
Yeah. DGen Doc Sebastian, make sure you check his stuff out. He said he thinks he will play. Dalton Kincaid is already ruled out for another week with his hamstring injury, which we expected. Calvin Ridley's been placed on the injured reserve because of his fibula injury. He's out for the season. And breaking news, Dylan Gabriel is out, which means we'll have Shador Sanders. How yippee joy. And Odell Beckham Jr. Now that I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time. He's back. He's no longer suspended. He's been serving a suspension. He's back and a free agent. Going to be interesting to see if he lands anywhere, because despite him being a little past his prime, he's still a talented player that knows football. Yeah. And speaking of suspension, Jamar Chase suspended one game for spitting on a player that he says he didn't.
Because he's denying it, but the
footage shows that he clearly spit on the guy. So yeah, that's I don't know. The whole spitting on people thing is just disgusting to me. Like, come on, grow up. There's guy. Talk shit all you want, but let's not spit on people. That's just, it pisses me off. Yeah. Just shout out to the chat real quick before we keep going. Serial says we need a dank and dry t-shirt. I agree. We got to hit up Jake the merch god and get him on that. Dylan the Great saying, I hope Rodgers starts. Yeah. Let's end his career. Praying for injury is wild. I know. I wouldn't do it for any other player, but for Aaron Rodgers, I will. He's the one player that I will. Because you're right.
It is wild. No, it's wild. He's right. It is wild that you're like.
One other thing we're going to do on this podcast, besides the 2-minute drill and all that, is we're going to answer a very important question from Cam Scattebo. So you're not prepared for this. I know what the question is. You do not know what the question is.
I have no idea what the question is.
So, but yeah, very, very important question from Cam Scattebo. Now, full disclosure, he did not directly reach out to us with this question.
Clearly.
Or did he?
No, he did not.
No? Okay. He did not. Fair enough.
I don't even know what the question is, but I know he didn't reach out to you.
Wow. That sounded a little rude. I know he didn't reach out to you. What?
Okay. I know you talk to coaches and all this, but no, you didn't. I would have known if you had talked to Cam Scattebo.
Well, you've been sick. Maybe you forgot.
And that's something you'd keep from me? I don't think so.
Yeah, good point. Before we get to these game previews, I got to let you know that we're brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. With Novig, you're getting the best prices, and it's available in 35 plus states. I tweeted out something last week. Didn't hit because it was a parlay. Miranda says I'm always going to miss by one leg, and I missed by one leg. But I'm going to tweet something out again, so make sure you follow the X. Just download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5. If you use our promo code SGPN, get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN.
We're also brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is your home for pick'em entries when you can win up to 500 times your money. Follow our socials for a special Underdog play for this weekend. And Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code OFFSGPN.
I am so glad you're back and I don't have to read that one anymore. Not that I dislike reading it.
It's Underdog Fantasy.
You're better at it. That's all. I almost say the code SGPN because everything else, that's what I read. And it throws me every time. I don't know why. So Cody's saying it's a good week for Jamar Chase to have a suspension. Go Patriots. And the tacos from cereal there. I'm here for the tacos, man. That's a story for another day. Let's get into nobody else is going to know who Ron Standard even is. So I'm not even going to go there. Let's get into these game previews. We do two-minute previews. We try to keep it 2 minutes every game.
I'm so out of practice for this.
You're out of practice, but you know what? I believe in you. I believe in you.
It's good somebody does.
Yeah. Do you want to kick it off for us?
Yeah. Thursday Night Football. That's tomorrow already. We've got the 7-3 Bills, who are the 5.5-point favorites, and they're taking on the 5-5 Texans in Houston. The Bills beat the Bucs last week 44-32, and Josh Allen had a total of 6 touchdowns, which I heard about every single one from you.
I was against him in 3 fucking leagues.
He had 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. So I guess sorry if you went against him in fantasy football, but if you had him like I did, you made out. Hey now.
Oh, sorry.
I can see you.
Oh, shit.
You're sitting right next to me. The Texans squeaked out a win 16-13 against the Titans, where really the only standout is the guy you'd expect. That's Nico Collins, who had 9 catches for 92 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, just talking a little betting. The Bills are 5-2 on the road on Thursdays and 27-19-1 when a favorite of 7 points or less. So they win those games they're supposed to. Texans are 22-31-3 after a straight up conference win and 4-10-1 at home against the spread after a close straight up win of 3 points or less. I'm smashing the Bills -5.5. I thought they would struggle against the Bucs. They didn't. They showed they don't care who they're playing. And I think the Bucs are a much better team than the Texans. I know the Texans defense is good, but it's Josh Allen. -5.5. And a prop that I really like, James Cook, longest rush, over 14.5 yards. This is at -114. He's hit this in half of the games this year. And in 2 of the others, he was right at 14 yards for his longest rush. So it's a pretty good one. One other I like, James Cook as well, over 2.5 receptions at +124. He's had 8 total in the last 2 games.
All right. Looking at fantasy football, speaking of tight ends earlier, I'm going to talk some tight ends already.
There you go.
Looking at kind of an overperformer, and this, maybe in deeper leagues as a flex option, Davis Mills has been targeting the tight end position. So looking at like Dalton Schultz, he had 9 targets and 6 catches for 51 yards last week.
Yeah.
His projection right now is 6.34. If you're needing some tight end help or you're looking for that flex, I think that he's going to exceed that projection. So I would have him in this matchup as an overperformer. Looking at an underperformer, they won't. I guess it sounds bad, but they're not all going to be complete deads. But Bills pass catchers they're going to struggle against this Texans defense. So I'm really hesitant, especially when last week like they just spread it around.
Yeah,
like it was
Shavers. Who had 4 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like,
so frustrating. So it's going
up.
against a really good defense for that. Like, I don't trust them.
It was pretty funny. Miranda, I was telling her, like, because you had somebody in one of your leagues. Cliff Shakir, was it?
It was Shakir.
Yeah. And you asked, like, how's he doing? And I said, well, actually, it's the Shavers guy. And you were like, okay. So the NFL sends out a message to the betting markets about prop bets, kind of warning their betting partners, which I think was like towards ESPN bet. Yeah. But anyways, warning their partners about prop bets. And now all of a sudden some dude named fucking Shavers is going over his yardage while everybody else is under.
And he wasn't the only one. It's like, who are these people? Like, we can't target our main guys. Like, you on third string, get out there, suit up. Anyway, just moving on.
Absolutely. Quick question from Juan Pena official. Who for my wide receiver 2 and 3 spot? I got Devontae Adams at wide receiver 1, Jonathan Taylor, Travion Henderson. So the wide receiver 2 options are Tez Johnson, Parker Washington, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers. Got Debo and Quentin Johnson on by.
I need to read the screen instead of reading over there.
Yeah, I think Jacoby Myers is really showing that he's picking up a lot of targets in that Jacksonville offense, and Brian Thomas may not play again, so I like that option. And then as much as I didn't think Tez Johnson could keep it going, he's been a beast with Baker throwing to him, and you want Baker's pass catch options.
You do.
So that's what I would do. All of a sudden, Josh Allen is MVP after one game. Dylan says Baker for MVP. Stafford and Dak balling. May been doing good. Yeah, I think Drake May's got an excellent case for it. I would love to see Baker be the MVP because I like Baker. So, anyways, shout out to Channing. Cheers to you, sir. Well, I hope Canada is treating you well, even though it might be cold up there now. I guess I'm not sure. Let's talk about the next game.
Yeah, let's dive back in.
Steelers and the Bears. Bears are 2.5-point favorites in Chicago. Steelers are 6-4. Bears, of course, 7-3. One of the best teams in the NFL. Thank you very much. And leaders of the NFC North.
Yes, which is crazy.
It is crazy. The Steelers are coming off a dominant 34-12 win where the defense did a lot of the work, although Kenny Gainwell did have 81 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Bears had another, what they're calling the cardiac comeback kids against the Vikings after they blew a lead, by the way. It would be nice to just see them keep a lead. But anyways, they ended up winning 19-17. DeAndre Swift ran the ball 21 times for 90 yards. But it was Monangai who scored the touchdown. Just for betting, Steelers are 10-5 against the spread in November, but 1-6 on the road in the last 7 and 1-10 in Chicago. Bears are 5-2 as home favorites, 10-4-1 at Soldier Field in the last 15. Maybe this is a reverse jinx, but give me the Steelers +3. I think even if we win, I think we win barely. Another comeback, come from behind type thing. So props aren't available on most of these games.
You get frustrated with that.
I do. I will give them out. Check in on Friday.
Looking at fantasy for an overperformer, if Jaylen Warren is out, then I think that Kenneth Gainwell is a must start in potential like RB2 territory. He is currently projected 11.29, and I think he'll outperform that if Warren is for sure out.
Agreed.
The Bears just held Justin Jefferson to 11.1 fantasy points in the Vikings dome. So I think they're going to hold Metcalf to less than his projected 11.41 points right now outside in Chicago. Like, I feel like that's an easy, he's not getting that.
Yeah. No,
so
I
would, if you've got Metcalf, stay away.
I would just like to point out we did that 2-minute drill like Caleb Williams himself.
Okay. Well, you're ruining it.
All right. Moving on then.
All right. Yeah, next up we've got the 9-2 Patriots, who are the 7. I'm feisty.
Cody Zeeb's Patriots.
Yes, Cody Zeeb's Patriots, 9-2. They're the 7.5-point favorites, and they're hitting the road, and they're going against the 3-7 Bengals. The Patriots just beat Miami 27-14, where last week Cody and Justin here said to take the 12.5 points and bet the Patriots if they go down early, which they did.
They did.
We just talked about how the Bengals got thumped by the Steelers. Though I think it was nice to see Chase Brown get 99 yards he had 18 carries. He started slow this year, but he's become more reliable in your lineups, which I like to see that.
I did just get accused of basically giving him away.
You did.
I traded him for a 6th round
this.
pick for a 13th round pick. That's not giving him away on a team that I'm not in competition.
You gave up in your league, and you're like,
yeah,
you're giving everybody away.
I looked at the schedule. I know it. I'm already on to next year. The Patriots have been 6-1 against the spread on Sunday, 10-4-1 against the AFC North. Bengals are 1-6 at home after playing Pittsburgh, so they're always, I guess, a little slow after that. And 1-6 against teams averaging over 6.8 passing yards per attempt, which the Patriots are. By the way, Drake May leads the NFL in passing yards, but has yet to throw a 300-yard game. That's a crazy stat to me. I'm locking up the Patriots minus 7.5. Again, props on Friday.
All right, looking at fantasy. Trevion Henderson has scored an average of 22 fantasy football points the last 3 games. I think he's going to exceed his projection this week. It's 14.61. I also sorry, I didn't bring
over the Patriots. I get it.
And I didn't bring my water in here, which is a horrible mistake. Yeah, which doesn't help with losing your voice. Anyway, I also like Josephus. Yes, thank you. With Chase out a game, I think that he's going to get more targets, so I might be looking at him. And as an underperformer, you probably aren't sitting him, but Chase Brown has a really tough matchup this week. I don't know if he's going to get to that 13.23 points that he's projected. Yeah. So I would caution against him.
Yeah. The chat agrees Pat's recovering machine, says Cody, and Pat's lock says cereal. Let's talk about the next game where the Giants are 11-point dogs or Lions 10.5-point favorites, depending where you're getting it. Shop around. They're 2-9. They hit the road. They're taking on the 3rd place Lions, who are 6-4. That's weird to say. Giants coming off close loss, 20-27. To the Packers, where Tyrone Tracy ran for 88 yards, and receiver Isaiah Hodgins, another kind of random guy that popped off. He had the best receiving day with 5 catches for 57 yards. The Lions lost to the Eagles 16-9. Thank you, Eagles. Gibbs had 5 catches for 107 yards, but they couldn't get their run game going. I am hearing that Jackson Dart may be back, though. The Giants are 7-3 in the last 10 versus the NFC North, but they are 1-9 against the spread in the last 10 against teams scoring more than 27 points per game, which the Lions are. The Lions are 10-0 in the last 10 games after a straight-up loss, and 6-1 when they're favorites of 10 or less. This is just a huge bounce-back spot for the Lions. I'm locking the Lions minus 10.5.
Speaking of the Lions for fantasy, I've said this before, and I've done this before. I'm starting all Lions players. I think they're going to have a big game.
It's true. I've been like, who do you need in this game? And you're
the
like,
entire Lions
Gibbs,
offense.
Monty, Amon-Ra, Laporte, Goff. I'm like,
I've got them all.
Williams.
And I have in one of my leagues, I have most of them.
Yeah.
But I've got Lions players in like every single league. You can't stay away from them.
By the way, Dan Campbell said he wants to get David Montgomery more involved.
He needs to.
Yeah.
That's one that's been hurting me.
Yeah.
For an underperformer this week for fantasy, I would say the Giants. The only Giants player I really trust right now is Tyrone Tracy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I don't know. I don't got a lot for you there, guys, but
yeah. Cody's saying he gets choked up talking about Drake May and Mike Vrabel too. So. And Serial locking the Lions after a loss too. All right, let's talk about the other NFC punks.
Yes, we've got the 4-6 Vikings who are taking on the 6-3-1 Packers at Lambeau Field. The Packers are the 6.5-point favorites. We talked about the Vikings loss to the Bears, where Justin Jefferson only had 61 yards as we saw McCarthy just struggle again.
Yeah, it was rough.
And the Packers beat the Giants, but the only player that really, I guess, stood out there was Christian Watson, who had 4 catches for just 46 yards, but he did have 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's true. I said it was rough watching McCarthy struggle, but since
not
we
for
beat
us,
them,
but
I
it was
thought
like
they were going to come back and win, and I'm like, are you kidding? We're going to lose to this trash hat. Anyways. Vikings are 10-3-2 versus the NFC on the road and 5-1-1 on the road after playing Chicago. Packers are 2-8 against the spread versus the NFC and 3-7 at home after playing the Giants. I don't think this Packers team is that good. I realize that they have a decent record. They're second in the NFC North. I don't think they're that good. Give me the Vikings plus 6.5.
All right. If Josh Jacobs misses, I would start Emmanuel Wilson. He's currently projected 8.75 points, but the Bears just ran for 91 yards on the Vikings. And I do think that this Packers offense is going to keep running the ball. So I would be watching that situation there and throw Wilson in if Jacobs is out. For an underperformer, right now, Christian Watson is projected 8 points, but he needed a touchdown to reach that last week. And I don't see him getting a touchdown this week. So if that's not going to happen, he's staying under that 8 points. And I think that he's risky.
I like it. It's hard to for those touchdown dependent guys. Next up, we got the Seahawks, 12.5-point favorites at the Titans. They're 7-3, and the Titans are 1-9. The Seahawks coming off serial, by the way, pointing out all these number one wide receivers for the Packers. The Seahawks are coming off that close loss to the Rams, where Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions, but he did hit JSN for 9 catches, 105 yards. Titans coming off a close loss to the Texans, and much like all their games this year, there were no fantasy standouts. Sorry, Titans fans. We know the Seahawks have been road dogs. They've been the road warriors this year, 6-1 when traveling 1,000 or more miles in the last 7, 6-1 on a grass field, which they will be playing on. Titans, meanwhile, 0-10 in the last 10 before playing Jacksonville, so they look ahead to that divisional matchup, and they're 5-20 in the last 25 against teams with a winning record. Ouch. It's a big spread, but the Seahawks are a much better team. I think they bounce back after that loss. Give me Seahawks minus 12.5.
All right. For fantasy, I'm going to keep it very simple for you guys and simple for myself. Start JSN. Leave the Titans on the bench.
I like it. I mean, and I can't argue with that.
All right. Next, we have...
Quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to derail us, but remember how the Vikings thought J.J. McCarthy was better than Sam Darnold?
Yes.
Anyways.
Yes. You talked so much trash about him.
I know.
During the game. You were just...
Now that we beat him once.
You were brutal towards him.
Well, he's not very good.
Well, I know that, but...
I like how he's like, oh yeah, there's something just takes over me in these games. I call him 9. It's my alter ego. 9, I call him. It's like, yeah, okay. Back to the bench, buddy.
Okay.
I mean, he's much more talented than me, but... I'm going to talk shit from my chair here.
All right. We've got the 8-2 Colts. They were on a bye last week, and they're hitting the road to Kansas City, where the Chiefs are the 3.5-point favorites. And we've had the Chiefs coming off of that 22-19 loss to the Broncos. They're sitting at 5-5.
Yeah, I know.
This is crazy. Kareem Hunt did manage to run for 59 yards and a touchdown. And T Swift, and that's Travis Swift, has 9 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown.
I like that. T Swift, Travis Swift. Yeah, this Chiefs team, as of right now, they would not make the playoffs. Colts are 10-5 against the spread versus the Chiefs in the last 15. They're 10-4-1 after a bye in the last 15. Chiefs are 0-7 against the spread in November. That's pretty bad. And 3-7 versus an opponent that's coming off of a bye. Give me the Colts plus 3.5. Give me the Colts money line, and they're going to put that final nail in the Chiefs' coffin. Chiefs are done for this year. They're not making the playoffs.
Our chat is off the chain.
J Mark has a hidden alter ego for sure, Serial says.
Let's name him. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, right.
We'll come next show with your alter ego name. For fantasy with this matchup, I'm looking at Alex Pierce as an overperformer because he has had double-digit fantasy points in 3 of the last 4 games. I'm really banking on this because I need him to perform well. I picked him up. He is projected 9.2 points. They just let Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant go over this amount, so I've got a good feeling there.
Chat, sound off real quick. Do I trade away Wan'Dale Robinson to get Alec Pierce? Let me know. Anyways.
And then for an underperformer, I still think that Michael Pittman is going to draw the focus and tight end coverage from the Chiefs. He's projected higher points. And Pittman with 10.16, and I just don't think he hits it.
Yeah. Cody chiming in. He believes my alter ego is a Civil War doctor. You've heard stories of the Civil War doctor.
Goodness.
That's what the fraternity said, because you just got to cut limbs off sometimes. That's just what you got to do. The 2-8 Jets. hit the road to take on the 5-5 Ravens. Ravens are
Mhm.
13.5-point favorites. A lot of big spreads this week when last week we didn't have a lot of big ones. Jets just lost 27-14 to the Patriots. We talked about that. Fields did run for 67 yards and a touchdown, but now he won't run for any yards because he is on the bench. They're going to start Tyrod Taylor. The Ravens beat the Browns 23-16. Derrick Henry ran for 103 yards and a touchdown, and Zay Flowers had 3 catches for 78 yards. Jets are 2-8 against the spread in November. They're 1-6 on the road after playing on a Thursday. Ravens 8-2 against the Jets, 9-1 against the spread at home versus the AFC East. Look, I know the Ravens weren't impressive against Cleveland, but it's a division rival. It was in Cleveland at the Dog Pound. Now they come back home, and this Jets team is they're lost, and I think they will be worse without Fields. Give me the Ravens minus 13.5. It's a giant spread, but I'm taking it.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Kind of agree with you.
Yeah. That doesn't happen often, folks.
It doesn't. I don't like to disagree with you. We disagree a lot. Agree to disagree. For fantasy, I think that this is another, simple game to figure out. You've got to start Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers. We've seen Mark Andrews become more reliable as well, but
he had a 44-yard touchdown run.
I know.
I mean, I had to run for 44. It was weird.
Yes.
Like I thought this guy's old.
But you've got to sit the Jets players because we have no idea how Tyrod Taylor is going to do. And the last time he started, Breece Hall only had 7 points.
Ouch. Yeah, he's far removed from Ty God. That's for sure. Real quick, we're going to cover these afternoon games. That was all the morning ones, and we're going to kick them off.
Morning.
We're going to cover them soon. Well, morning if you're them Californians who we podcast for the SGP.
I know.
They're on that Pacific time.
Can you imagine like the 8:30 game being a 6:30?
Oh man, wouldn't that be amazing?
You get up at 6? No.
Yeah, but also, can you imagine all these games at 10 o'clock? I mean, you basically get up, you have some coffee, you tinker with your lineups, place some bets, and then boom, football all day. I love it. I love it. Though
it is football all day anyway. It starts at 8:30 for us most weekends.
Well, not this weekend.
No, but
it starts at noon. I got to wait till noon, which means I feel obligated to be productive until noon. Anyways,
good.
Got to let you know that we're brought to you by Rhythm, and Rhythm is crushing it in college football, NFL, and they just added the NBA. Rhythm's also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you could win $1,000. Just use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app. For 25% off your first month, download the Rhythm app and use promo code SGPN25. All right, we are back. We're going to kick it off, but real quick, depends on the need for Alec Pierce. It's about the same points. Yeah, it's the league I gave up in, and I play the guy that wants to make the trade. So I feel like really it's just helping him out because Wandell has a good matchup. I don't know. And Fields is Gdo 1. I'm going to assume that was Fields is done. Yeah, it's unfortunate for him. Absolutely.
All right. Moving on. We've got the 2-8 Browns hitting the road to play against the 2-8 Raiders. This is going to be just a riveting shit show of a game. And the Raiders are the 3-point favorites here. Shedeur Sanders, he is making a start. He went
after looking amazing last week,
yes,
right?
Ready for this? 4 for 16 for 47 yards and an interception. Just hysterically bad.
Okay, I am not very athletic. I think I could complete.
Do you
more
think
than
you
4
could complete
passes.
that?
If it's
more?
to NFL players with an NFL line blocking for me, I think so.
I don't know. Was he not wearing his watch?
Maybe. Well, somebody sacked him and did like the watch flex over him. Yeah.
The Raiders, they're coming off of a 33-16 loss to the Cowboys. The only standout here was really Brock Bowers, who had 7 catches for 72 yards.
Yeah, she's not saying that the Cowboys didn't stand out, Serial. The Raiders didn't stand out.
Don't take offense.
The Browns are 0-7 against the spread on the road as an underdog and 3-12 on the road in November. Raiders are 7-3 at home and on a losing streak of 3 or more games, so they tend to bounce back. 6-1 after playing on a Monday. I hate this game. I personally am not going to bet it at all. But I'm going to give out something, Serial saying Raiders O-line is trash. Absolutely. I'm going to take the under in this game. I don't think these teams are going to score a lot of points. So give me the under.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a gross game.
For fantasy, aside from Brock Bowers, probably Ashton Genty and Quinshad Judkins who you're starting. I don't know. But who aside from them, who?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't
Right.
like this. So let us know in the comments because those are the only people I'm finding like startable.
Yeah. I saw a meme that said Raiders drafted a running back in the top 10 and let's give him 2 carries in the first half. He only had 2 carries in the first half last week. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Anyway, shall we move on?
Yes,
I digress. The Jaguars are 2.5-point favorites against the Cardinals. They're 6-4. They're on the road against the 3-7 Cardinals. They absolutely crushed the Chargers. This is the game that shocked me the most last week. They crushed them 35-6. And one of the players that I guess that really stood out was newly acquired Jacoby Myers, who had 5 catches for 64 yards with Brian Thomas being out. But Brian Thomas really hasn't been all that great this year anyways. The Cardinals were victim of Brock Purdy's return, losing 41-22. However, it wasn't all that bad, as we talked about earlier. Brissett threw for an NFL record 47 completions on 57 attempts, 452 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Michael Wilson had 15 catches for 185 yards. As far as betting, the Jags are 20-30 against the spread as 7-point or less favorites and 7-18 on the road versus the NFC. Cardinals, meanwhile, 8-2 against the spread versus the AFC and 8-2 when underdogs of 7 or less. Give me the Cardinals plus 2.5. Give me the Cardinals money line. Last week was a fluke. I don't think this Jaguars team is all that good.
No. So so sorry about that. That was
the
gross.
coughs. Oh,
I know. No, the Jags, they just did a good job limiting the Chargers. But like you said, I agree with you. I don't want to agree with you. I think it was a fluke. And in general, their pass defense hasn't been that great. Marvin Harrison is out again. Give me another big game from Michael Wilson, projected 10.24.
Yeah.
And then, Brian Thomas he's currently projected 9.68 points. He's only gone over this twice this season. And now with Jacoby Myers looking good, getting more involved, I would bench Thomas even if he's 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that. By the way, the chat saying Serial says Garrett over 1.5 sacks. Love that play. He's going to feast against that offensive line. Cody says Brown should run Judkins every single play and just let their defense win it. I agree with that. But he's also on the Jaguars. He's jagging off, as they say. They aren't that good, but they are good. We'll see. I disagree. Now the game that Serial's been waiting for, right? That's what's up next.
Yes, the NFC East division leading 8-2 Eagles are.
I feel like you said that just to rub it into Serial. The NFC East division leading Eagles.
I'm back and I am just feisty.
You are.
I'm on so many different medications to kick this thing, and I think the steroids are kicking in. No, I don't know. I'm on. Anyway.
Anyways,
I am feisty.
Yeah, you
I feel
are.
feisty today. I'm starting to feel better.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I don't know if it's good for us. For the
I don't think so. Anyway, so the Eagles, they're 8-2. They are the 3.5-point favorites. They are going to Dallas, and where the Cowboys are 4-5-1. The Eagles just beat the Lions 16-9 in. It was a slow game. Hurts only had to throw for 135 yards. And then we did see, the Cowboys beat the Raiders 33-16, and Dak Prescott threw for 268 yards and 4 touchdowns. 144 of his yards went to George Pickens.
Yeah, absolutely. Eagles are 8-2 against the spread when traveling 1,000 or more miles in the last 10. They're also 11-4 when favorites of 7 points or less. But the Cowboys are 5-2 against the spread when underdogs of 7 points or less, and they're 34-16 versus the NFC East. Let's not forget, Dak does play the Eagles very well. I know you're going to look at it like, oh, the Eagles have won so many games against them, and by a lot of points. Every single one of those that you reference is when Dak was injured. When Dak does play, it's a close game.
Mm-hmm. I think it is going to be.
I think it's going to be close. I don't know if I trust the Cowboys enough, though. But I'll tell you what I am doing. This game has gone over, or it's gone under, 47.5 points in 3 of the last 4.
So you're going with the...
But I'm going with the over.
Oh, I was going to say, you're going with the under?
No, fuck the logic. I'm going with the over. I think this is going to be a lot of points.
All right, then. I think
you would think that.
The statistics and the data would make me go under. You're going with your gut on that one.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm a gut handicapper.
Looking at fantasy football, AJ Brown is projected 13.4 points. This seems high, but he was targeted 11 times last week. I think it's clear they want him involved and to try and, make him happy. I think he's going to go off in this game.
Yeah.
He's going to have a good game. Looking at an underperformer, Jake Ferguson is projected 8.52, but Philly, it's really solid against that tight end position. And they held him to 4.8 last time these two played. So I expect a similar result, and I don't think he's going to hit his projection. So if you've got him, take caution.
Shout out to the Instagram crowd, by the way, where the Sports Gambling Podcast, the mothership, tuned in. So pressure's on. Be professional.
We've already ruined that.
And if it's Sean, I meant to say that the Eagles are going to crush them. Eagles are going to crush the Cowboys if it's Sean listening. That's all. Siri also says Daddy Dak 2+ touchdowns at -120 and first test for the new look defense. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good game. That's always a good rivalry. The Falcons at the Saints, where the Saints are 1-point dogs on Bet365. Everywhere else, the Falcons are dogs. The Falcons are 3-7, and now they're led by Kirk Cousins to take on the 2-8 Saints. The Saints coming off a bye, and the Falcons coming off that collapse of a loss in overtime, 30-27 to the Panthers, where they were up 21-10 at half. Bijan Robinson did run for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns, but losing Penix in London is rough for a team that doesn't have a lot going for them after a lot of hype coming into the season. Falcons are 3-7 against the spread versus the NFC South, but they are 10-5 on the road versus opponents coming off a bye. Saints are just 8-17 against the spread in the last 25 games, but they are 7-3 against Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. I don't know.
So what are you doing here?
Another gut play. Give me the Falcons +1.5. Give me the Falcons money line. The Saints are not a good team. I'm not a Tyler Shuck believer this year. So yeah, I don't think they should be favored. And they are on some books. It's crazy to me. Kirk Cousins is still a professional. I mean, this is a guy that probably wants to prove himself, doesn't he?
You would think.
Yeah.
You'd think. Calm down now. Looking at fantasy.
I can relate to Kirk Cousins. He dresses like he shops at Kohl's. Anyways.
We can all relate to Kirk Cousins.
Right.
What I'm going to throw out here is kind of a deep play, but I'm looking at Kadarius Hodge of the Falcons. He's currently projected 5.82. And last game, when Cousins, he targeted Hodge 8 times when Drake London was out, and Drake London obviously going to be out again. Hodge will get the targets to push him over that 5.82 points.
I like it.
I see that he's going to exceed that. Looking at an underperformer, this one isn't as crazy, but Darnell Mooney, who has been started in Sleeper, according to the tracker, he's projected 8.62 points. Last time with no Drake London and Cousins starting, he only got 1.6. So I don't see him.
So
he's
Hodge
not getting
too
that.
Low, Mooney too high. I like it. Fuck Darnell Mooney. That former Bear piece of shit that gave up on us. Anyways, go on.
All right.
I think you made me feistier.
I think I have. I'm so sorry. I'm just bringing it.
I'm not. I love it.
Let's move on to Sunday Night Football.
Let's feist it up.
We've got the 6-4 Bucks. They're hitting the road. They're taking on the 8-2 Rams, who are the 6.5 point home favorites. We talked about both these teams' games this week already, with the Bucks losing to the Bills and the Rams beating Seattle. The Bucks their standout player, I feel like, was Sean Tucker. He ran the ball 19 times, had 106 yards and 2 touchdowns. He caught 2 passes for 34 yards and a touchdown.
Do you know why that is? Because Rachaad White sucks. Anyways, go on.
Right. The Rams did okay, but there was no mind-blowing stats here. Like, the best player, I guess, that Kyron Williams, their touchdown machine, he had 91 yards and his touchdown. Puka only had 7 catches for 75 yards. This is still a good day for him, but not compared to our Puka standards.
Yeah, I agree. The Puka standards. It's like the bare necessities. It's the Puka standards. Yeah. For betting, just looking at this, the Bucks are 8-2 when traveling over 1,000 miles. They're also 8-2 after a straight up loss. Rams are 2-8 at home in November, but 11-3-1 versus NFC South. I did it last week and it didn't work out, but fuck it, I'm doing it again. Give me the Bucks +6.5 points. Let's go, Baker.
If you don't learn from your mistakes, just make them again.
That's right.
All right.
Repeating the same thing and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity, according to Albert Einstein. So I may be insane. We'll see.
Just slightly. We already revealed you have some alter ego we have to come up with.
Right.
So. If Bucky Irving doesn't play, we don't know yet, but if he doesn't, Sean Tucker is only projected 6 points after scoring 33 points. It is a tougher defense, but I think the volume is going to be there for him to be startable in your fantasy leagues. Otherwise, all I can really tell you guys in this matchup is you start your studs.
Yeah, absolutely. And Serial saying Rams look like they've just picked up where they left off last year. They have looked really good. It all revolves around Stafford's health, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Football, last game of the week, the 6-5 Panthers, I almost said Pakers, I don't know why. Panthers can't win any more games or I have to drink the glass of Twee on the pod. We already talked about that. And
At least it will be absent, and I'm not going to have to deal with that shit again.
Right. They hit the road to take on the 49ers. Panthers just won in overtime against the Falcons, and Ted McMillan had 8 catches for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. 49ers got Brock Purdy back and won 41-22. CMC. No, I popped a cherry into my mouth from my drink. The chat asking if I popped a gummy. It was just a cherry. CMC had 81 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Kittle had 6 catches for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's a good day for Kittle with Purdy back. Just looking at the betting, Panthers are 2-5 on the road after an overtime game win, so that wears them out. They're 4-10-1 against teams with a winning record. 49ers 11-4 after playing Arizona, but they are 0-10 at home against the spread after a division win. So, but I don't care about that. 49ers minus 6.5.
But fuck that.
That's right. Fuck that. I'm not doing Twee next week. 49ers are winning this game, and they're doing it by a large margin.
If you don't go with that, you're almost like asking for the Twee.
I know. That's true.
We're gonna. Do we have a Twee?
Yeah.
Do we have?
Oh,
we
yeah,
do have one.
we have
You
one.
saved one.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
We weren't downstairs drinking it like, oh, this is so good.
All right, bringing you
and
guys.
I derail us.
I know I'm the problem. It's okay. Looking at some fantasy for you guys. I know this sounds obvious, but Ted McMillan just put up a huge game with 130 receiving yards, and the 49ers just allowed Michael Wilson to have 185 receiving yards.
True.
Start Ted as a wide receiver 1 this week for an underperformer, even though I feel like after just 3 targets and 1 catch, he may have a big bounce back game. But I don't know. I'm sitting Pearsall again because I just don't know until I can see more from him.
Yeah.
And him being back in the swing of things. I sat him last week and I'm glad I did.
He is in one of the trades I made where I was selling my team, but he's a 13th round keeper for next year. So I felt like it was worth it. And I got a 2nd rounder out of it to trade away Amador Rye.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's talk about a little bottle lock bets.
Shall
we? We're back to our $20.
Yeah,
we
suck.
We're starting over. That's okay. Sometimes it's best to start fresh. That last one was tainted anyways. It was like Ballwater whiskey.
Oh my God.
So instead of buying a bottle of Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, we're going to take $10 and put it on a 6-point teaser for the Bills, Ravens, Seahawks, Lions, 49ers, and the Philadelphia versus Dallas over. That $10 is going to pay us $50, and then we're going to get a little risky. Now, notice I'm leaving $5 just in case. A little risky on our money line dog parlay. Colts win, Steelers win, Falcons win, Bucks win. $5 is going to pay $212.81. At that point, if both those hit, we've got $262.81. I think we just buy a $262 bottle of whiskey, don't you think?
Where are we going to find that?
Wall to wall. Of course.
They have that? They have to. I haven't seen
it's
in the case.
Yeah.
We're gonna unlock the case.
Oh yeah.
It is. I want the
unlock
record to show it is my fault, and I take responsibility for the fact that I've been sick for 19 days.
Yeah.
And we have not gone and done our wall-to-wall trip on socials.
Yes.
With buying that $60 bottle that we were
But we
supposed
will.
to buy.
We
are.
will.
It's on the. Let's get past the holidays. We're hosting Thanksgiving next week, which is
Both
crazy.
holidays or just this?
Just coming.
Okay.
This coming.
Yeah.
Early December we can, but then it's the holiday crowds. It is crazy.
It's true.
It's that time of the year where you go out to run an errand or go to the grocery store. Even if you do the online order pickup, you get so angry. People make me angry.
Yeah, no,
it's like I don't want to go out in this.
I get it. I'm still laughing. By the way, if you're on YouTube and you see that somebody asked, was that a gummy? That was my father.
Popping gummies. No,
Right.
just popping cherries apparently on the show.
Whoa, don't say that. This is not that kind of show.
Well, you made it
You got to
way.
pay for that kind of stuff. Come on. Real quick, let's talk about Keeper's Heart, because Keeper's Heart is sponsoring our listener league, of course. And it's a first of its kind blend that brings together the best of Irish and American whiskeys, creating a smooth, rich flavor that's perfect for game day. Whether you're celebrating a win like the Bears have, processing a tough loss like you poor Vikings fans, or just relaxing with friends, Keeper's Heart is the whiskey that keeps traditions alive. Find it at your local liquor store or at keepersheartwhiskey.com. Don't forget to sip responsibly, and we absolutely think you should visit the distillery because we love it there.
It's an awesome place. It's fun. Everybody's so nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Congrats this weekend to Cody of the NASCAR Gambling Podcast, Pinky of Sports Nonsense and Whiskey, our buddy Sebastian of the DGen Doc that we've talked about, Distiller Kate, Rod, and of course myself for wins this weekend.
Yeah. Hey, I'm fine.
Nobody's officially eliminated and nobody has officially locked the playoffs. However, if the season did end today,
did end today,
number one
this
seed.
Is what matters.
Number one seed would be Cody. He had to make sure to let us know that when he was on the pod last week. The number 2 seed would be their distiller, Kate.
She has just been crushing it.
Yeah, she has. And the other 4 seeds would be Sebastian, Mr. Nick Fortune, and both of us.
Which, even though I lost this week, I'm still in the playoffs.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
There's always a chance.
Before we do the Cam Scattebo question, why don't we just talk about this whiskey a little bit? I feel like you'll have a better answer after you get to try some whiskey.
And I've been I don't want to spoil it, but I do not like this old fashioned.
Really?
I
thought it was really good.
Okay.
What?
I don't know.
What do you like about it?
It just is not. It's not hitting the spot.
Okay, maybe it's because you're sick. This will be a skewed review for you.
I know, and I feel horrible about that because we've been tracking all of our reviews, and I have been sick so much that my reviews are probably, except for
we're behind on several of your reviews. Yes.
The last whiskey we had on my last show, that was a real review.
Yeah.
And it was really so good. That was good. Yes.
Well, let's just talk about what we're drinking real quick. So, Miranda, what are we drinking today? We
are drinking Amador Whiskey. It's their rye finished in port barrels.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. Would you like me to? You're going to pour, right?
Yeah, I'll pour.
I feel like you just lost yourself there. Where'd you go?
Well, I went to Cody's comment where he said, just like the Pats top of the league. I thought, what is he talking about? But he's talking about himself being top of the league. I think he's also leading the Mark League as well. So we got to put a stop to Cody. He's just getting too good.
All right. So, like I said, we're drinking Amador Rye Whiskey, finished in port barrels. And Amador sources their whiskey out of Kentucky, but they age it in California.
Yeah.
And their first creation was actually a whiskey 10 barrel. It's a California straight hop flavored whiskey crafted with a craft California IPA beer and then finished in Chardonnay barrels. And that combination altogether just sounds crazy.
Well, I'm not an IPA guy.
And then IPA finished in Chardonnay. I don't know. That's got to be interesting.
Yeah.
Their second creation was their double barrel series, which takes Kentucky whiskey and then they finish it in wine barrel finishes. And that's really like all we could really get from their website. It's really all they're going to tell you about themselves.
I think a lot of that I've noticed when places are sourced, there's less on the website.
Because it's not necessarily bad, but they're not making it themselves.
Sorry. You talk with your hands and I just watched you punch your keyboard.
I did punch.
It was hilarious.
It got hit. Yeah, because they're going to put information. They're going to brag about themselves and brag about their whiskey if they're creating it. They don't have that to
they're finishing it, I guess.
They're finishing it. They're crafting. They're creating a craft whiskey from somebody else's whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
that's okay. There are some good.
I would love to do that. So I can't poo-poo it.
No. So one of the things I was going to mention too is just some of the other whiskeys they have. They have a wheated bourbon that's finished in Chardonnay. They really went with the Chardonnay barrels, which we don't really see that often.
No.
And then they have a bourbon finished in a Cab Sauvignon and the hop whiskey, and then this rye whiskey that's finished in port.
Yeah.
Now, this rye whiskey, we did find that it's sourced from a craft distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky, and it contains a mash bill of 74% rye, 11% corn, and 15% barley. It's aged in new charred American oak barrels for 3 years, and then it's finished in Amador County in Terra de Oro Port for 9 to 12 months.
It's a long finish.
It is a long finish,
Yeah.
which I'm really excited to try it neat and not in the cocktail. This one is, they bottle it at 92 proof, and they actually suggest using it in a Sazerac or a Waldorf, which
A what now?
I was like, a Waldorf? Yes, a Waldorf.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
I hadn't heard of this either, but it's 2 ounces of whiskey, 3/4 of an ounce of vermouth, 1/4 of an ounce of absinthe, and 3 dashes of bitters, garnished with a lemon peel. And yes, we're mentioning the absinthe here. So I feel like it's I know it's basically a Manhattan in an absinthe rinse glass-ish, which
kind of, yeah. That would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be. I think it would be interesting.
Try it now.
But I saw the absinthe and I was like, oh, I've got to talk about this cocktail for you. Like when I was like, what the heck is a Waldorf? A Waldorf.
I
don't even know if I'm saying that right. Yeah, your absinthe on the last show is unnecessary. It was unnecessary. It did not make me happy being as sick as I was, and you're just like,
I gotta go to bed.
Peace.
Yeah, deuces.
So let's.
By the way, Cody's saying he's dominating the Mark League, and my mother saying Cody's feisty tonight. It must be contagious.
It is. Sorry,
but he did say he's got to brag now before he chokes in the playoffs like the Bills. Maybe he's the new Connor. Remember how Connor dominated our league?
And he would play us every year in the playoffs, and he would
lose. Yeah. So Cody, watch out in the playoffs.
We don't want to jinx Cody, but we need to take him down a little bit.
I want to jinx Cody if it means I win.
It means, but are you in the winning? Are you up there? I haven't checked the standings.
It's close. Let's not talk about it.
So you're not.
So you didn't like it in the cocktail. What score would you give it?
I don't know.
Like awkward silence.
2.8.
2.8. I give it a 3.7. Almost one more.
So you didn't like really rate it that high.
It's better than average.
Better than average.
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay. All right. So
bottle. I don't think there's anything special about the bottle.
Nope, it's not. The bottle gets it.
Nope, it's not.
It
gets a 2 from me as well. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. All right. Can you smell?
I can smell.
I cannot.
Really?
I don't like.
Are you getting sick?
I better not be.
You better not be.
I will throw a shit fit on camera.
Okay. Okay, Justin. I don't know what to say to that.
I know.
I can smell like it definitely smells like it's port finished.
You're in the playoffs as of now, so you can beat Cody.
I to not pay attention to that stuff until
it matters.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's whatever's happening is happening.
Well, sometimes in a league with futures, you gotta pay attention to that.
With what?
With future, like I'm looking towards the future of trading picks and stuff. Yeah,
I get that. If you're giving up on the season already.
Yeah, obviously in the Mark League, it's an auction league. You can't trade auction dollars. Though I have proposed that, it got shut down. I thought it would be cool if you could trade auction dollars. That would be cool. I know I got a chance of winning this week. I want this player, and you can have $20 in my auction budget.
That's a big chunk of the budget.
I know, but yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Anyways, when you got your keepers and your contract, no. This is why it's shut down. We don't need to do this kind of crazy math.
It is very port forward on the nose.
It is.
Wine forward, port forward. Run. You haven't even drank it yet.
I know. I said it's making my nose run. The smell.
Oh, doesn't make any sense. It smells quite pleasant though.
Oh, I went ahead and tasted it.
That's fine. I just didn't want the awkward silence of us both tasting. So, talk about what you smell, what you taste, and I'll do the same.
It's really port forward, but it's not like a sweet port. It's interesting. It doesn't smell super sweet. It tastes sweet.
That's
why I don't like it in old fashioned.
No, I think it tastes a little dry to me.
It's like a tawny port.
Yeah.
What?
Cody's voting yes. 2-1 vote. Voting's closed. Sorry, we can trade $100 now.
Voting closed. Don't open it up to the entire league.
You're not getting any dry?
No.
Try it again. Nothing?
No.
Okay.
It is
different opinions there.
Very, very porty. And I think that this is why I like it better neat than in the old fashioned. I think it's kind of sweet.
It is kind of
It
sweet.
has a bite to it, though.
I would like to try the Waldorf with it. A Manhattan and an absinthe rinsed glass.
I think you're
good.
banned from absinthe for a while.
Oh, come on. We have Dylan's little spritzer.
Yeah.
Just spritz a glass with it.
Dylan Carney.
Yeah.
Formerly of Savage and Cook, now with
currently Redwood Empire.
Yes.
Which they're opening their tasting room officially. Redwood Empire tasting room. Redwood Empire has never had a tasting room, but now that they have the Savage and Cook location, they have that. I really want to visit it. It would be a lot of fun.
Yes.
The
offer stands for us to work there.
Right? Yeah.
So
we need to fly out there next year. Work a day in the distillery. Let's hear your final scores on the nose and the taste, because we haven't given any of those.
The nose, I don't know how I feel about the nose, because that port really comes through, but it tastes like a sweet port, but it doesn't smell sweet. Yeah. Are you getting sweet? I smell like...
It just smells like wine.
It smells like if you're in a winery and you go back like where they have, like, when you smell barrels of wine.
Yeah.
That's
so
what
you're smelling wine and wood.
Wine and wood.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it smells.
Which on a Friday night, she's a fan of.
Oh. Not on Wednesdays.
But not on Wednesdays. So it's not working for you tonight. Jesus. No, Justin. What do you get on what's your score on the nose? You said not very good, but you didn't really give a score.
It's a 3 because it's intriguing. It's like, this is interesting. What am I smelling?
Yeah, I give it a 3.2.
I am also my scores should not count because I'm
crazy. I'm smelling a little orange.
I do not get any orange off of that. You are crazy.
Yeah, to each their own. I mean, no matter what you smell, you're right.
We've had
for the taste score
a 3.5. I think that this should have been aged in California, or not aged, but like distilled and aged
in California. Yeah,
in California,
that California water and climate. Yeah.
And then I think I would have been like,
which is why Savage and Cook and Redwood Empire is a much better whiskey than this.
And I so whenever we try something that's finished in a port, I'm not saying this is bad. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I like it neat. I don't think it would be a go-to of a port finished or a wine finished whiskey. And maybe have we done a lot of rye finished in? I think we've done bourbon finished.
Yeah, most of it's been bourbon finished in port.
Or just
it's possible that rye spice just doesn't mix well with
I'm thinking
fruit.
Which
flavor.
Is weird because I love rice so much, but this is like.
But when I think of rice spice, I don't want fruitiness
and sugar.
Yeah,
it's very sugary.
Bourbon goes very well with that because bourbon already has some undertones of caramel and sweet. Yeah.
Or this is.
I hadn't thought about that, but you're absolutely right. But write that down.
But it's interesting. It's not bad. I'm not trying to. We're sounding like we're coming off very harsh on
That's
this.
okay. We can't like every whiskey we try.
But I do think that you're taking a Kentucky whiskey, but then you're going and you're finishing it in California. You think of, this is a California whiskey, but it's not. And I like the region of California for whiskey.
We have been big fans of whiskey from there.
So in my mind, I'm like comparing it to that region, and it's not.
Yeah,
it's a Kentucky whiskey.
No, I get what you're saying for sure. Are you ready?
And they age it very long, so that's why it's so porty.
Yeah,
I think this would be a good if you wanted to share around a fire pit.
Yeah. Fall night.
Yeah,
in Iowa.
And maybe that's just because we always would like drink some port around the fire pit. But...
Maybe.
But yeah.
All right. So Cam Scattebo obviously reached out to me personally with a question.
Yes. Very realistic, very believable.
And I want to, the chat can answer, you can answer. If you're listening to this later after this is live, drop a comment, let us know. Don't forget to give that thumbs up, subscribe. When you eat a taco.
Is this why we got the taco emojis?
Yeah. Do you turn the taco to you to eat it? Or do you turn your head? Do you dominate the taco or let the taco dominate you? As Cam Scattebo asked. Which shout out to Cam Scattebo, currently
you're
on
dominating
the
it
WWE.
if you turn the taco to you?
You're dominating that taco.
Or if you turn your head, then the taco's dominating you?
Yes. Yeah. This was also talked on about...
The taco dominates me.
Does it? I'm a good 50-50. We dominate each other.
It depends. When it's full taco. when it's no bite has come out of the taco?
Yeah.
Does it
The full
dominate you
taco.
when the full taco is coming out your face?
I
Does
do.
it dominate you?
I do. I turn my head this way and the taco this way. So we make a little heart
It's
together.
50-50.
50-50 domination.
But maybe there's a slight angle.
I don't think you were on screen with your hand going. You should have.
I think it changes. The domination changes as you get further into the taco.
Yeah, it does. This was discussed on the Manning cast even.
Okay.
And Guy Fieri was a guest there.
Mhm.
And he was talking about it. You don't want to go all the way to have the taco dominate you, or Guy says you could dip your head into your margarita. So, I mean, good
Well, that's
point.
a lot of dipping your head. How big is this taco coming at your face? You're like,
The apple, as Linda on Bob's Burgers says, the apple doesn't fall far from the bush. Cody says he's not sure. He just eats
just
the damn
think about it,
things.
Cody. Think about
He's just a taco eater. He doesn't think about which way his head's
if you were
going.
holding, and do you hold it from the bottom or the top? You hold it from the top, right?
I hold mine from the top.
Because
and
you
I
got to
bend
keep it
this way.
closed. Otherwise,
Yeah. And I bend it this way and I tilt my head this way. So the opening's that way. I'm this way. It's a perfect little formula.
You're like, no domination, just
yeah.
50-50.
Yeah, it's all
I think the taco dominates me
consensual.
first, but I'm dominating it by the end.
Oh, interesting.
Because as you get less taco, you don't have to turn your head as much and you just eat it.
Yeah. Cody fucks up some tacos. I mean, we did review something from California. I mean, finished in
Mhm.
California, and everybody knows if they watch Letterkenny that you got to get the tacos in LA. He meets in the middle like me. Yeah, you got to
in the
meet the
middle.
taco in the middle. Yeah.
I think, I don't know. It depends. It depends on the size of the taco. It depends on the fullness of the taco. It depends on if you've had a bite of the taco yet or not.
What's on the taco?
What's on the taco? If you have a lot of lettuce coming out of the top of the taco, it depends on how you hold the top of the
A lot
taco.
of shrubbery, some might say. No, not where you're going with.
Cheese and lettuce coming out of the.
Oh, I don't know if you should have cheese coming out of your taco. Just
All right,
saying.
this is awful, but
You got anything
I was
else?
not expecting that question.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
what Cam Scattebo asked.
All right.
I don't remember what he might have been on Amon-Ra St. Brown's podcast. He might have just been streaming. I don't know, but he asked that on public. He asked, which. So it was very interesting.
I've never thought about if I dominate my tacos or if they dominate me. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Say it slower, Miranda, and that's what she said. And you've got a lot of rules about tacos and cone heads wider, please.
Is it any surprise I have a lot of rules about tacos with the way I eat my chips and queso?
Right. Yeah, agree. Yeah, no, it makes
Okay.
perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Also, shout out to Cam Scattebo, who was recently on WWE. I mean, he's got a season-ending injury. He's supposed to be rehabbing, but he's pushing guys on WWE. Not sure how the team feels about that. But anyways, do you have anything else you want to add about week 12?
I just hope I survive the chopper.
I hope you survive the chopper too. Check out our socials. We will be releasing the props, or I will be releasing the props on Friday. So make sure you check that out. You're going to find them on YouTube on a short little video. So don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment. All that sort of stuff helps. And we really appreciate when you help us because it helps keep us going. Don't forget the SGPN merch holiday sale for 25% off. Miranda, my old fashioned, since I liked it better than yours, is gone. Going once, going twice.
Sold.
Old-fashioned football.
Yeah. Whiskey in the left hand, microphone in the right. You ready for some football tonight? Pull it up, light it up, crank that sound. Old-fashioned football, we holding it down. Jay and Miranda, that power play combo, talking NFL fire, whiskey in the bottle. Bring the ice, cause they dropping heat. Barrel strength bet, knock you off your seat.
Yo, game time, baby. Grab your glass and your phone. Keeping up with stats, single barrel picks, taking over the zone. Props and parlays, blowing up like code. They decode the league like a whiskey mode. Old-fashioned football, that's the crew, that's the fam. J Mark and me and Mark, you know who I am. 200 episodes deep, grind so fine. Old-fashioned flavor, age like fine wine.
letting that whiskey drip. Chats lit up, community tight. Followers riding through the Monday night.
Week previews, recaps, bet in motion, pure devotion, no dilution potion. NFL talk bold, unruly. They rock the mic, raw, keep it truly.
Pour another drop, yeah, let it burn. Lines twist up, whoa. Watch them turn, drop that beat, oh. Make it shake, no fake, all steak, old fashioned take. What? Say it again, old fashioned.
Louder.
Say it again, old fashioned.
Family,
Whiskey,
respect, whiskey, respect.
old fashioned football. Say it again, old fashioned.
Louder.
Say it again, old fashioned.
Family,
Whiskey,
respect,
whiskey,
respect.
old fashioned football. We ride or die. Yeah. J. Mark Miranda, represent forever.